If you are a junk removal business owner and you're missing calls because you're either on the truck or they call after hours, this is the exact solution for you. Within the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to build out an AI receptionist that answers all calls so you never ever miss a call again. Because as soon as they call you and you don't pick up the phone, they will just go to the next person so you can capture all those leads. This is exactly what we help our clients do at Holler Scale. So let's get into it. This is a very valuable solution. I really believe in the solution. First thing you're going to want to do is there's a link below. There's actually a 14-day free trial and a 30-day free trial with training on how to use the app or the software, which is optional. In the description below, it's going to take you to GoHighLevel, which looks just like this. Okay, so within GoHighLevel, you're going to start off in your agency view, which is going to look just like this. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here, click select sub account, come over here, create sub account. Then you can just click blank snapshot and then go through with that. Next thing you're going to want to do is come up to AI Suite, and you're going to want to activate that sub account here with the Summer of AI thing. Super useful. You can just pay by either usage, which I've used 1.6 million tokens and I paid 2 pennies for that. Or you can pay $50 per month. I would just do by usage. It's not very expensive for what we're going to do, especially. Then once you have the Summer of AI opted in for, you can come here, switch to your sub account, which mine's going to be Spartan Junk Removal. And then you're going to come to AI Agents, Voice AI. And you can click Create Agent to create your agent. So I'm going to do that. Create Custom Agent, continue. And now you're in this. I'm going to rename it. I'm just going to go SJR Spartan Junk Removal VA3. This is the third voice agent I built out for this sub account. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to check is if the voice is Jessica. I recommend Jessica. She sounds pretty good. The other agents are kind of more playful and less businessy, but she's like a regular human. GPT 4.1, that's good enough. It's cheap. It works well. So it's balanced. I would recommend that. Yeah, that's what I've always used. Okay, so then this is actually going to be in the description below, the master prompt for the voice agent. I'm just going to go and grab it for my other voice agent here. So I'm going to pause this real quick. All right, so I got it. I'm going to do Command A, then Command V. Awesome. Now this is in here. This one is specifically personalized towards Spartan Junk Removal. You can see right here, you're going to want to read through this prompt briefly and just like personalize it for your own business. But I also scheduled in 4-hour time blocks, so morning, afternoon, evening, all day. If you schedule differently, then, change these to like, I don't know, first time block, second time block, third time block. Maybe you schedule in 2-hour time blocks. Whatever you do, you can just kind of personalize this to yourself. But I wouldn't change too much about this, honestly, especially if you're not very familiar with prompting. Moving on, I'm going to change this. I'm going to say this is Jessica with Spartan Junk Removal, comma, how can I help you today? I'm going to make this not capitalized. Okay, now we're going to move on. Let me just make sure. Prompt is set up. This is set up. Now we're going to move on to deploy. Okay, you are going to need to add a phone number. I have a phone number added. I will show you right now how to add a phone number though. Actually, I'm going to use a new tab. Click back into this. Okay, so from your agency view, if you're not switching to your sub account, switch into your sub account. Go down to settings. Go to phone system, which is right here in the middle underneath business services. Click that. Wait for this to load. So you can see I have 3 numbers. They are A2P 10DLC compliant. You're going to need to do that if you want to receive the SMS that the agent is going to send you with all the information. That is going to be linked down below in the description. I'm going to do a video on A2P 10DLC compliance. If you don't know how to do it, it's hard and really annoying and frustrating. If you know how to do it, it's so simple. It's unbelievably simple how, especially with GoHighLevel. Like GoHighLevel's made it so simple to become A2P compliant. So we're going to go to add number, boom, add phone number. And then we're going to go to filter and then provider number. And then you're going to type in your area code. So let's say this is Detroit. So 313 is the area code. First part of number, apply. So now you can just select one of these. It's $1.15 per month. Like that's pretty good. Proceed to buy. Click that. It'll buy it. Probably have to enter something in after that, but it'll buy it. And then if you want to make multiple phone numbers, you can track multiple lead sources. I made a video on that too. So once you have bought that number, you can come back to deploy. You can click this. It'll show your number. You can just literally, oh, that's the wrong one. Click this. It'll show your number. Just select it. Boom. Awesome. Now, while you're testing it, you just have this selected. Answer calls directly. What that does is when you call this number right up here, it'll actually just send it straight through to the AI agent. Once you're done testing it and you're wanting to go live with it, I would recommend selecting use as a backup. That way, if a customer calls you and you don't answer it, it'll just send it to the AI agent. The AI agent will pick it up and handle the call. If you miss the phone call and you try to call them back later, they will have already scheduled someone else. That's just the nature of this. That's why this is so valuable. So have this selected. It's going to be selected by default, all hours 24/7. If you want to change it, you can come down here, custom schedule, and you can create a schedule for it. Pretty straightforward, but I'm going to do all hours 24/7. I'm going to go back to build. There's some things we have to do over here. Actions, new action. So you can see there's a trigger or workflow action. We're not going to select that yet. We're going to go back to our other tab and we're going to click go back. And then we're going to go to automation right down here. And then we're going to create a new workflow. The workflow is going to be configured as follows. Here's an example of a workflow that I already made. This works like a charm, brother. But we're going to create the workflow and we're going to start from scratch. I'm going to name it CD, customer details, name it whatever you want. I'm going to click this. You're going to look up send internal. Click send internal notification. Select the type, SMS. You could also do email, I suppose, if you wanted to, but SMS is the best because it literally texts your phone, it dings. Email, usually you're not going to receive that as, it's not going to be as in your face as an SMS is. So to user type, if you have yourself in here as a user, you can select particular user, and that will allow you to select yourself. There's me, boom, and it just has my information already. If you're not a user, you can come here and you can select custom number and it'll send it to your number. So you can put your number +1 if you're in America, 313-422, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, this part is very, very important. So what we're going to do is come back here, come back, actually open, no. Okay, so this will actually be pasted in the description below and you can just copy and paste it. But I'm going to grab it. So I'll be right back. All right, awesome. So we have all of these variables in here. What these are, if you don't know what these are, there's these weird curly bracket things. This is basically a variable that the AI agent will extract from the transcript of the phone call. So this will be also the content of the message. So client details, it'll say Andrew, and then it'll say my phone number, and then it'll say additional notes that I decided to put in there, the full address, and then the summary of the transcript or the summary of the conversation that the prospect had with your AI agent. So basically it gives you everything you need to go do the job. All right, so now I'm going to save this action. Save back. Oh, you have to put a phone number in there. I didn't, but I'm just going to put myself in there for the purposes of this YouTube video. Save action. Then what you want to do is select up here, this plus button. You're going to want to select or type in wait, click wait, and then for a set period of time, and then you're going to want to do 1.5 minutes. The reason you want to do this is because it takes time for the transcript to actually be generated and the summary of the transcript to be generated. So you want to wait just a little bit before you trigger the internal notification, or else it's just going to be all messed up. So then optionally, if you want to put them into your pipeline or into your CRM, you can click this, and then you could do that is misspelled. Is it? Yeah. create opportunity. So this icon specifically, create opportunity. And then you can select your pipeline. If you've made one, they should have one as a default in there. And then add field, select field. Pipeline stage, phone call lead, awesome. Now this says duplicate opportunity disabled. If you select this right here, you can go to your business settings, wait for that to load, come down here, allow duplicate contact is turned on. So if you get a person who's called you before calling you again to schedule something, which is rare, but it happens, they'll actually be put in there. So you're gonna wanna save this action. Don't be super quick to leave here. Publish it, that's very important, and then save it. If you don't do that, everything will be messed up. I did that before and it sucked. I had to refilm this because I forgot to save it. One little mistake, I had to refilm. That's the amount of care that I have for you guys. So deploy, we're back in deploy. In our SJR VA3, we're back in deploy. We're gonna go to build, new action, trigger a workflow. And I'm just gonna put CD again, come here. Actually, what we have to do is we have to make sure you have this saved, then refresh it after you saved it. Otherwise, it'll delete everything. I did that too. It really sucked. Trigger workflow, but I'm a wiser man. So CD, select workflow, CD, boom. Sometimes you just forget you get to save like twice, which is weird. It's kind of counterintuitive, but when to trigger the workflow, just put at the end of the call. Awesome. And then just have it say, thank you for, I don't know, choosing Spartan, exclamation point. So you can just put thank you for choosing Spartan, whatever. It's basically just going to say, thank you for choosing Spartan. And then that means that it activated the workflow. So save it again, just in case. And now we have to actually put in the variables right here, right? So what we're going to do is new action. We're going to do update contact field. The first one we're going to do is capture the name, and then we're going to come over here, select this, first name, boom. So it's going to save the value, advanced controls, first name of the caller. This is all fine. We can save this. The default settings is basically all the way there. Another one, update contact field. We need to know the capture phone number. Okay, awesome. Contact, phone, advanced controls, what to extract and save with the country code. Save that. Let me just check my other settings with the one that's configured properly for sure. Name, capture the address we need to do as well. Boom. Update contact field. Then we're going to do capture the address. If you do not do this, it will not give you all the information you need, and that will suck. And this is actually going to be, street address right here. Come down to here, street address of the caller. I'm going to add like Detroit, capture and I'm going to say full address, just so it for sure captures the city as well, especially if you serve multiple different cities or towns. Detroit, Michigan, 38112, whatever. I know that wasn't what I said, but whatever. Lansing, Michigan, let's do 48891. Awesome. Okay, so now it has this street address, capture the address after the call, full address. Awesome, save it. Boom. Next thing we need to do, capture the day and time. That one was configured like kind of funky, so if I remember correctly, so we're going to see this. Additional notes, right. So now for this one, we need to actually create a custom variable. So we're going to go back to one of these tabs that are open, because you don't really want to mess with this too much. And we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to custom fields, and then we're going to go over to create a field, click create field. I already have one created, so you can just mimic the configuration. The field type is going to be multi-line. add to object. Object is going to be contact. The field name is going to be additional notes. You can just type that in. And the folder name, you can just select a folder. It doesn't really matter. So there's going to be an option in the dropdown. You can just select an option. Awesome. So once you have that set up, you want to go back to your correct voice agent, open up actions if it closed on you, save it, refresh, save and then refresh. That's very important, or else you're going to have to set the whole thing back up again. Now, new action, update contact field. We're going to do date and time. 2, 3. God, dude. Okay. Boom. Come down to custom fields, additional notes. You could also just look up additional notes, but let me check how it's configured over here. Capture the day and time provided by the client in this field. Control C. So enter that in. Now, as an example, there's some examples here. Basically, it's just like month, day, year, time, AM/PM. And this isn't the exact output that it's going to output, but it works. So, you know, whatever. It's a good enough example to get you to the desired goal. Okay, so now optionally, you can select create a new action. I would recommend doing this. Call transfer. I'm just going to do CT, and then put your phone number in there. If you have extension or menu keys, you can do that. But so user wants to talk to a human. So if the user wants to talk to a human, it'll call you back. It'll call your number, whatever number you put in here. And then you can put transferring you now. Okay. So if the person calling is like, I want to talk to a human, like this robot is annoying, it'll say, okay, transferring you now. And then it'll transfer it to the number that you put in here. So it'll basically just call that number. So if you put your personal phone number in here, it'll just call your personal phone number. So you can turn on here whisper message. It doesn't give you an option to like configure a whisper message, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. Save it. I'm not going to save it because this is an example. I'm never going to use this in real life because I don't run a junk removal business anymore. So now, as for some of the other settings, you can actually configure or add in a knowledge base. What a knowledge base is basically like an employee handbook for your AI agent. So you can do this and select create new. I'm not going to do that because this is good enough. It doesn't really matter. Now call settings, maximum call time. 15 minutes is probably good. Idle time and reminder frequency. So if they're silent for 4 seconds, I'm going to say 10 seconds. If they're silent for 10 seconds, it'll say, hey, what are you doing? Like, are you there? Okay, end call after silence. I'm going to say 45 seconds of silence because I don't want the agent to end the call over 15 seconds of silence because they might be like, 1 second, I'll be right back. Not likely, but, you know. Wait before speaking, that can just remain the same. Agent behavior. So you can put on like, you know, it says yeah or uh-huh, right? Or like, yep, okay, got it. I'm just going to leave that off. Stay silent and hold phrases. I'm going to leave all this off. LLM temperature, that's the amount of creativity of the AI agent. Just leave it at 0. All this is good right here. It's really good. Okay, this is good too. Boom. Translation. Can't even do anything with that. I would just leave all this like this. Now, if you want to add a coffee shop background noise or like a call center background noise where there's a bunch of like keys clicking in the background and phones ringing in the background, you can. I wouldn't recommend that. I would just leave it literally silent. You don't really need all that. Leave this configured as it is, I would recommend. Post call, leave that as it is, I would recommend. You can have it email a performance summary to you. Now, this one's kind of interesting. If you want to actually change the personality of the AI agent, you can come in here and it's like, you know, here's the core personality traits. Human-like, use everyday conversational language. In my opinion, this is all configured properly. You can just leave this as it is. It's really good, honestly. This is sophisticated. GoHighLevel is amazing. I love GoHighLevel. Yeah, got it. So that's john4102@gmail.com, correct? At GMAL. Yeah, this is amazing, dude. I love technology. Okay. Outbound settings, leave that as it is, I recommend. Now save it. Dude, save frequently because you never know if your computer's going to crash or what's going to happen. You might like, oops, I turned my computer off. Oops, my, computer died. Save frequently. Okay, so now we can actually test this. So I'm going to go back to build. I'm going to web call it. You guys are going to love this. Okay.
This is Jessica with Spartan Junk Removal. How can I help you today?
Hi, Jessica. I was wondering if I could schedule a pickup. I have like a bunch of junk.
Absolutely, I can help with that. What kind of items are you looking to have removed?
There's a couch in my living room, and there's stuff in the garage, and there's like a bunch of stuff in the backyard, and a big pile of brush.
Got it. So a mix of furniture, garage items, and some yard waste. Would you say it's just a few things, or more like a full truckload or a whole house clean out?
It's like, I don't know how big your guys' trucks are, but it's like a full, probably like closer to a full load. It's a lot of stuff, honestly.
Thanks for letting me know. Sounds like a pretty big job. What's the address for the pickup?
Yeah, that's 123 Detroit Street, Michigan 12345.
All right, so that's 123 Detroit Street, Michigan, 12345. We're open Monday through Saturday. What day works best for your free on-site quote?
Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Tuesday, August 4th. Would morning, afternoon, or evening work better for you? Mornings 8 to 12, afternoons 12 to 4, evenings 4 to 8. Or if you're flexible, we can pencil in the whole day.
It knows the days too. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll do like, I don't know, afternoon, probably.
Perfect. I've got you down for tomorrow afternoon. That's 12 to 4. Can I get your full name and the best phone number to reach you?
Yeah, my name is Andrew Stevens, and my phone number is 269-615-1765.
Thanks, Andrew. Just to confirm, that's Andrew Stevens at 269-615-1765 for a free quote visit at 123 Detroit Street, Michigan, 12345 tomorrow afternoon between 12 and 4. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, actually, my phone number is 123-456-7891.
Thanks for the update. So, Andrew Stevens at 123-456-7891 for a free quote visit at 123 Detroit Street, Michigan, 12345 tomorrow afternoon, 12 to 4. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you for choosing Spartan. Awesome, you're all set. Thanks so much for calling Spartan Junk Removal. Talk soon.
Dude, that was amazing. Like, if you've ever used Vappy or some other thing to try to build your voice agent, dude, not even close. This is really intelligent. Uses cheap GPT 4.1, which isn't even that new of a model, and it uses 11 labs. Plus, integrated with GoHighLevel, where there's all these automations that are native and like super seamless to integrate with one another. Dude, I certainly recommend because I've tried everything else. This is like the best that I've seen so far. Okay, so now we know that this is cool. We know that this is awesome and it works and we're super happy with it. So we're going to go to deploy. Make sure that it actually sends a message to your phone number. It's going to take like a minute and a half to actually send it. But we're going to select use as backup. If you want to create a custom schedule, you can. But I'm just going to leave it as this. And then I'm going to save it. Awesome. Okay. But what I'm going to do is go back to my automations. This is what you should do too. You should see total enrolled, active enrolled. That means it worked. If you go back to your automations, go to execution logs. It's currently waiting. It's going to activate 12:30. Let me just refresh this. Wait finished. Element history. Okay, created an opportunity. All right, we should be all good. Save action. Save. Okay. Now you have a voice agent that'll receive calls even if you do not receive them, and it'll send you a text message with all the customer's information. This is exciting to me. I don't know about you guys, but it's incredible. Like, it is seriously incredible. So hopefully that video was very helpful to you guys. Of course, there's a bunch of links below. There's the GoHighLevel affiliate links, the master prompt, the compliance video, the variables for the automation text. I just wrote all those down. Now, if you are having issues getting leads, we actually have free training available below. There's a link for that as well. If you'd like to get the free training, just click the link. It'll take you right to it. And I will see you guys in the next one.